Noella, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Andrea. It's so great to see you today, and thank you for having me on your incredible interview and platform.
We're so happy you're here, Noella. You have had an extraordinary story, including modeling, motherhood, and philanthropy, and several awards, among which BBC's 100 Influential and Inspirational Women. Which chapter of your life has brought you the most joy?
That's a difficult question, but definitely my children, especially seeing them happy and healthy, creating Malaika, something bigger than myself, both give me a legacy and fulfillment. Of course, the greater joy of my life comes through few things. My children, Malaika, becoming a mother has been my deepest source of happening, my biggest source of happiness, seeing them growing, smiling, and flourishing, filled with a lot of purpose. Additionally, creating Malaika, something that is incredible that I set up in 2007. It's a legacy that live on for many years, and the impact is just extraordinary.
So let's actually talk a little bit more about Malaika. What was the first spark that told you, I absolutely have to do this?
My childhood, definitely, and growing up with the personal challenge that I experienced, realizing education could really transform lives, and knew I had to commit to building Malaika. I was born in the Congo. My father died when I was 5. My mother didn't have any resources to keep me. She gave me away. I grew up from families to families in difficult circumstances. But that's what makes you resilient, that's what makes you strong, and that's what makes you very focused. And realizing that you turn that into opportunity and you make it happen things in your life.
How did you live those young days when you were moving from family to family? It must have been tremendously challenging and difficult for you.
Yes, but I think that's what my personality has been shaped and my character, to adapt yourself in different situations, different countries, and to live with different people. And your best friend is yourself, and you lean on you, and the emotion comes with you and from you and for you. And yes, that was not easy, but I'm grateful that I've been through that, and that's make who is Noella.
What have been some of the biggest challenges that you have faced while building Malaika, and how did you overcome them?
The fundraising, the lack of infrastructure. We're working in a community where there was no access of water, no access of electricity. We pushed the government years and years after years to start to build a school, to bring the electricity. There's still not so great electricity, but at least 70% of the road has been made, and that's what is really, really incredible. Keep Malaika running for 18 years. It's been a journey full of challenges. But I feel very grateful. We have an incredible team. I see so many organizations that don't exist anymore when I started. So it's the team that you build, is the relationship you build with the community. You working with the community, for the community, and you having the solution with them. With time, as people saw the impact, their hearts and minds opened. Today, Malaika is really embracing a source of pride, progress, transformation, and it's been one of the greatest victories. The girls at the school, the journey of the girls that are 5 years old until 18 years old. So you see them growing emotionally, physically, intellectually. You seeing them embracing the journey of education and really want to become someone. We're seeing Emerance that's been at 5 years old to Malaika until 18. She got graduated. Now she got a scholarship in Zimbabwe. We see Claudine that studied at Malaika 5 to 18, and she got graduated and she got a scholarship in India. Our journey is still together, even after the school. We keep helping them for the university, for the next step, university or career professional. We have a community center. Malaika is an ecosystem where we have built a school and run it. We have built over 31 wells that impacting 35,000 lives every year, from solar panel or manual well, because a lot of communities don't have water. Mothers and fathers work hours and hours. They were fetching water in a very dirty river, and we were so proud. We are so proud to have been able to have built more than 30 wells. And beside that, so we have the ecosystem, we have built a school, we have built wells, we grow our own food, and you go back to the canteen of the school. We have built a very strong curriculum of sport, where more than sport for good, where more than 9 of our girls has been in the national team, U15 and U17. We have built this community center that is vocational training, where 5,000 youth and adults come to study there. We have Kamato that come to learn a mechanic. He learned mechanic for 1 year, and now he found a job. We have between 35 and 40% of women enrolling to a vocational program of mechanic, electricity, plumbery, carpentry, and most of them are able to find jobs. When they got a job, they earn a salary. They invest into their family. They invest in their community. And that is the power of knowledge, of education. Not everybody will go to university. You see in your life, and I see in my life, you always need a plumber, a carpenter, and sometimes we are short of it. So really investing in a high-level education, but investing in vocational training, it's really key. And we have built an ecosystem that we translated into a toolkit, blueprint. Organization can duplicate it, what we've been creating on the ground. But what works in Malaika, in the Congo, might not work in Pakistan or in Brazil. So you need always to adapt your program and work with the community and understanding the needs.
Yes, very, very important. And if we look now at your life journey and having grown up between Congo and Europe, how has that dual identity shaped your view on life?
I grew up in Congo, in Europe, lived in New York, in Dubai, and different places. You learn to be adaptable, to be open. Culture is a teacher of every day. And what is beautiful, I carry a piece of each place, a food that I love. I love certain things that I love from Belgium, the mussels. From Switzerland, I love the fondue. From New York, I love the steak and French fries and onion rings. And in Dubai, I just love the diversity of culture, of food. And in Africa, I love my local food, the fufu, the plantain, the chikwang, the bitoyo, so many different things. And you learn and you discover different culture, and you meet incredible people on the way. I have so many incredible people that become my friends, donors to Malaika, advisor, mentors, and mentors to my children too.
Amazing. And how do you define success today? And did that definition of success for you evolve with time?
For me, success is giving back to others. This is the way I've been able to build a foundation at Malaika. And I sit on different boards, like L'Oréal Fund for Women, MAD, Segal Family Foundation, Concordia, etc. So it's really how you impact, how you give back some of your time, and really leveraging the power of education. I'm a big believer of education, and community building and community empowerment.
I love that. And to what extent do you instill these values with your kids today?
I want my children to be happy. We're living in a world that goes so fast, where everything changes so quickly. I want my children to be happy, to be healthy, to learn a lot of things from them. Of course, they come with me every year in the Congo. They understand what I'm doing. But I've been asked a lot this question, what I can do to help the world. A lot of people write to me or ask me, you're not able to help the world if you're not happy with yourself. And if you're not content. It's very important, because the minute you give back or you start to volunteering, you cannot just withdraw, oh, I'm finished. For me, it's a responsibility, it's a commitment, Malaika. I cannot say tomorrow, I'm over, it's finished. It's been 18 years where I feel a commitment to the team that working with us, a commitment to all the children's lives we're impacting, and the community. It's sometimes tough. Sometimes I want to have tears. Sometimes I want to stop. But I take a lot of moment for myself. I do spas. I go to the gym. I try to have a very balanced life and spend lots of time with my children. And the children, our own children, you can give them the platform. You can give them the best. You can educate them. But at some point in time, they have to fly by themselves. And that's what I'm teaching them, that to embrace life and to study hard and to do things that they like and enjoy, and being respectful and being kind.
And as I'm thinking about what you mentioned earlier, the challenges that you've had, if there's someone starting their career, the younger generation that are shaping our future that may be interested to start a foundation in a similar way that you've done, possibly using the framework that you're making available, what advice would you give them, particularly now that you have shared that if you embark on this journey, you have to take a long-term view and really understand the responsibility that comes with it? How can that journey be made easier for someone that may be starting in a similar way that you started over 18 years ago?
I will seriously, with the world that we're living and so many crises all over the world, I will seriously advise, and I receive a lot of emails, Noella, how can we start, etc. I advise a lot of people that they should choose a foundation that existing and choose what they want to help. And supporting one of the existing programs. Is it water, sanitation you want to help, or is it education, or is it refugee crisis, or is peace conflict resolution, or is it mental health, is it sport? There's a lot of organization, incredible organization, that you can help them and fundraise or volunteering your time to help them or going on the ground. The other thing, if you want to set up your foundation, you have to understand that is a commitment. A commitment is like running a company. From your team, from the fundraising, from the program, the due diligence, the reporting to donors. It's like really an organigram and a business that you're running. And years after years, you have to be committed with the same involvement, the same passion. Me, I don't take any salary of Malaika. I'm a passionate volunteer and I donate my time and I try to organize myself in a certain way that I'm available to the team, to the programs, to the donors. But it takes a lot of discipline and organization.
And what tips would you have for fundraising, whether someone is starting their own foundation or working part of an existing established organization?
Our fundraising has to be personal. It's not easy. There's no recipe. There's no recipe for fundraising. It has to be. You have to run the organization like in a certain way where the finance, the legal, the program, the storytelling, the organization, everything work together and is really, there's no secret for fundraising. There's no, and we're working in a country where I have a lot of friends that work in Zambia or Tanzania or Kenya. They raise more money because there's more peace in their country. Our country, Congo, where we're working in the southern east is safe. But in the east of the Congo, we have a lot of conflicts. A donor map, they see Congo as a completely conflict zone. So there's some grant we cannot even apply. Other donors cannot even travel. We've been surviving on loyal donors, on people that came to Malaika, and then is a ripple effect where they talk to the community. But there's no recipe for fundraising. You have to be really innovative and creative the way you fundraise. I have to fundraise with the team. $850,000 a year. So you have to have a very, 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 very strong structure.
And for Malaika specifically, can you share with us whether the fundraising comes mainly from Congo or from abroad?
Malaika is based in America and in the Congo. So our donors come from all over the world and we apply for grant. 40% of our donation come from grant, an individual donor, family donation, and etc.
Okay, wonderful. And because you're bringing so much joy to this world, I wanted to dive deeper into the subject. And if there would be a recipe for joy, what would be the three main ingredients based on your life experience to date?
Be happy, be healthy, do your exercise, or your yoga, or whatever you like, or your walk. Give back, be resilient, and embrace the day as it comes, and surround yourself with very special souls in your life. I'm able to do everything because I have beautiful people around me. I think the team that you're choosing, the family, the friends, the positive vibe, it's very, very important. And disconnect of the world. The weekend, I disconnect of a lot of things and it recharges me.
What do you know today about joy, resilience, and life that you wish your younger self could have known?
I think it's clarity. It's clarity and really make your dream unstoppable and really listen to your voice. To listen to your voice inside. We are all different. We are our own person. You have You have two children, I have two children. All our children are different from each other. So you have just to be yourself and learn from experience. Yes, you can live in the past. I would have done this, I would have done that, I would have done that. But life is a ladder. You go up, sometimes you miss the march, you go down, then you do 2 steps forward, then you do 1 step, and then you arrive at the top, not of the top of your career, but the top of what you wanted to achieve. And you never at the top because the sky is so high. But it's keep going ladder, it's keep going up, 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 up. And sometimes you're just falling back and you go back down and you're happy, or you keep going up. Depends of what you aspire as a person every day.
And if you could give one piece of advice to women stepping into leadership roles, what would it be?
Focus, purpose, never take a no for an answer. Be at one with yourself, strengthen your vision, and life is a challenge, and you will make mistakes, but these mistakes will make you grow, will make you the person that you will be. And it's good to do mistakes for the learning experience.
Indeed, we often learn more from mistakes and failures.
Yes, and we cannot aim for perfection. We can aim to do well, but on the road there's so many things, and it's beautiful to sometimes make a mistake because you say, I should have done this, and that. Now let me rectify and let me rethink and let me do this way.
Yes, very well said. And when people speak your name 50 years from now, what do you hope they'll say about the way you have lived and led?
I don't know if they will remember my name, and for as long as they remember Malaika and some names of our beneficiaries, that's what counts. For me, it's purpose, legacy. Legacy is the greatest purpose. What we have created and what will outlive. With me, if I'm no longer here, I hope for my children to be a great representation of everything I have taught and instill in them values, culture, respect, education, and so much more. And for Malaika, I hope that time people will talk about how many lives have been and continue to being impacted by Malaika. And these girls and this community, these young boys, will become leaders in their own way, in their own life, in the community, in the country, and etc., in the career.
Do you hope that maybe your children may continue the legacy with Malaika?
I wouldn't want. It's a too big responsibility. I'm strong mentally and I'm focused, but it's a big responsibility. It's a lot of work. And I want my children to have their own life, their own career. And I will not put a responsibility on them. It will not be fair. And my son say he will make enough money, he will donate every year. My daughter says she will contribute. But they see the joy and the impact when they're going with me in the Congo and everywhere I go where I'm involved, but they see the amount of work behind and they see a lot of sacrifice. I do a lot of sacrifice to be able to run Malaika. And they see the challenges, they see my days up, they see my days down. And I think for them, they have to be their own. If they want maybe one day to run Malaika, they can, but I wouldn't want that.
And if you compare your journey managing and leading Malaika and its growth in comparison to your modeling days, what were two distinct differences that you've noticed?
Modeling really helped me in so many different ways. I traveled, I did incredible campaign, I met different people, I work with so many different talents, and I'm very grateful. I have Malaika, but beside that, I sit on few boards, I do a lot of business consulting, and on different projects I'm working. And that is what is beautiful. I learn from every aspect, but fashion is a big part of my life because I have so many friends involved in that, and I still do a lot of things in fashion.
What's one small practical action anyone listening could take this week to make a meaningful difference in someone else's life?
Donate your time, give a yoga class to a foundation, donate $5 every month to an organization that you really care, spread the word on social media, fundraising, give your birthday to an organization. We have so many gifts, so many things in the house. Do we need more? I donate every year my birthday to Malaika, and I don't want any gifts. So the money that people will buy me gift, it goes directly to Malaika, and I'm super happy about that.
Amazing. Noëlla, any final words of wisdom that you may wish to share with our audience? And if someone is interested to make any contribution to Malaika, to facilitate its growth and the fundraising that you do annually, as you've mentioned? How can they actually do that?
Please visit malaika.org and you can donate, you can volunteer. It's going to be a celebration in 2 years of 20 years. So any ideas are welcome, and just be part of a journey. But I support a lot of other organizations, either with my time or donation, and just I will say thank you very much for you, Andrea, for giving me this platform. I'm looking forward to do more things with you, and that's what counts.
Likewise, Noella. It's been an immense pleasure. Thank you so much for bringing so much joy to this world.
Thank you so much, Andrea, and thank you to all the people listening to us. And come to visit Congo. Is a beautiful, beautiful country, and with incredible people living there. And Africa, it's incredible, and it's the continent with the youngest population in the world, youngest workforce. And Africa is not the future. Africa is now.
Fully agree. Thank you again.